What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Spade. Hold on, man. Yeah, it's your boy Spade. I want to just touch on a quick little topic real fast. It just popped in my head, and I was like, I'm just gonna like go off the cuffs and see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your job doesn't suck. Your management sucks. All right. I just came to this realization recently. Like, jobs don't really suck. I mean, they suck. But what really sucks is the management. I think the importance of quality management and its impact on job quality, work life quality is heavily underestimated. I'll give you an example. I recently had the last job I had was one of the best jobs I ever had in my life. Like when I reflect on it, I was like, there is so many positives about that job. It doesn't even make sense. It still baffles me. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like benefits like health, vision, and dental. Like, yeah, I got that. Like that stuff is cool. But I mean actual work life was lit. Like it was great. Like on the only thing they could have did to make it perfect was if pay was weekly. That's it. Pay was bi-weekly. But I made that job is the most money I ever made working at a job. I was working around attractive women all day. It was cool, bro. It was lit. I was in an environment where I could be myself. I was talking with people that were on like similar wavelengths of me, so it wasn't like I felt isolated, like mentally, like I can't talk to people about the stuff that's on my mind. I could speak my mind. Everybody there could speak their mind. Like it was cool, man. It was cool. It did come with its own like set of drawbacks. Like it was kind of like high schoolish, like people gossiping and stuff, grown men gossiping about other grown men. You know, it's weird. It's weird, but it's like, okay, you can't avoid that. You know, at that point, you just got to pick and choose who you talk to and what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? You just got to adjust. But other than that, dude, that job was lit. But the problem came in with management. The people above me sucked. They sucked. They sucked. Not all of them. There was very few of them that didn't suck, but majority of them sucked. Like, they were not like, they should not have been in a position of power. You know how some people should not be in a position of power? Yeah, a lot of those people were in a position of power. And I swear to God, that is the only reason I could not continue to work there. Was because of management, was because of higher ups. And again, it wasn't all of them. It wasn't all of them. It wasn't even like the ones at the very top. It was the ones that you see every day. Those ones, your managers and supervisors. You know what I'm saying? Like, childish. Like literally children. Literally esoteric spiritual children. You know what I'm saying? Emotional children. If you know, man. And that just brings me to this. I feel as though there should be more, there needs to be like an emotional evaluation and a psychological evaluation before you put somebody into a place of leadership. Because not everybody are actual leaders. Just because they're good at the job that they do does not mean that they deserve to be in that position. Just because they're good at the manual part of the job, right? Just because you're good at doing the manual stuff that a manager does doesn't mean you're a good manager. Just because you're good at doing the manual stuff that a shift lead does or that a supervisor does not mean you're a good supervisor. It's just like with police officers. Not everybody should be a police officer because people power trip. Like, I'll give you an example. If you fear death, why would you join a job that directly puts your life in danger every day? You see what I'm saying? That's a huge disconnect. So it's the same thing with like management. Why would you be in a position of leadership if you yourself aren't an actual leader? We need to start there. Forget the manual work stuff. Forget them accomplishing the things and getting the things done. They can get that done, but the other aspects that go into the job, they don't do correctly. They can't do correctly. They're not leaders. They're not made for that. So if you want somebody who can do the manual stuff, they create a different position that's not in a role of leadership where they do the manual stuff. But the people in the role of leadership, right? Those roles need to be given to actual leaders, not people who's going to abuse and use their role to get things out of the employees, if you understand what I'm saying, or to abuse their authority and treat a certain employee less than just because of how they feel about their personal emotions toward an employee, which already is weird. That's already weird. How are you in a position of leadership but you're holding some type of emotional turmoil toward an employee? That's weird. That's weird, bro. That's weird business. That's weird business. Imagine if the president was targeting a specific citizen. We would look at that kind of weird, right? Like, why are you targeting this specific guy? You're the president. Why do you even care? Don't you got bigger things to do? Don't you got better things to do? Don't you got actual like responsibilities and stuff to handle? No, you're focusing and zeroing in on one particular person and then doing things to that particular person. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem with modern jobs. Not even modern jobs. This has just always been a problem. This has always been an issue. This is why people don't like working. Because, like I said, dude, I was getting everything else. I was getting the benefits, the 401k, health, vision. Dude, I was doing it. I was good where I was at. I had no complaints, bro, like none. Like, I still look back on that job and it's the best job I ever personally had. It was doing everything for me, bro. It was doing everything. Everything, bro. But management was so lousy, so petty, so childish that I couldn't even stomach it. I was one of the best employees there. I was one of the best employees there. And I got no credit for it. I got no respect for it. I got no recognition for it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, how are you in a position of power, right? Not even a position of power. How are you in a role of leadership and you're not even recognizing your own employees' capabilities? You know what I'm saying? So that was just some food for thought. Like, the problem with jobs isn't the job, right? So if you're feeling like you're at a job that you don't like, I promise you, it's not the job itself. It's 110% the management. Management is why jobs suck. How do these people keep getting these roles to make these jobs miserable? Why are we putting people in position to make work miserable? If you actually care about your corporation, if you actually care about your business, why would you put somebody who doesn't care about your business in that role? They just care about being in a position to tell other people to do stuff. They are power trippers. These are the people that got bullied in high school. These are the people with childhood scars. Get them out of here. They need therapists. They don't need to be in a position of leadership. So just to reiterate, in order for things like this to change, in order for job quality to improve, you need to improve the quality of your management team. How do you improve the quality of your management team? Outside of them being capable of doing the manual things, you need to have a psychological evaluation of all your people in positions of leadership and management. So you need to have a emotional intelligence test. You need to have a psychological evaluation for these people. You need to know how these people interact with human beings. If they don't have that ability to properly interact with human beings and keep the machine flowing and keep people, if they can't make the people want to go to work, then you're doing it wrong. It's that simple. If your management is making your employees not want to go to work, not want to work there, if it's making even people apply not even want to work there, then you need to assess that. You need to go look at your management and your leadership roles, and you need to do some evaluation. It's that simple.